some supergroups are only super because of the name. For instance, in the 80s, there was a band called The Firm containing Paul Rodgers and Jimmy Page. However, I'm yet to find a song by them that sounds super. And what was that other supergroup in the 60s that did nothing really good? Oh yeah, Cream. Haha, I jest obviously. Cream are fucking brilliant. But on the subject of Cream, I want to talk about a band called BBM. BBM were short-lived supergroup formed in about 93, consisting of Gary Moore, Ginger Baker, and Jack Bruce. And for the first year, they were like a Cream tribute band. Well, more than a tribute band, as they had two of the three members, but spent the first year gigging, playing exclusively Cream songs. But come the end of that year, they decided to create an album, and that album was entitled Around the Next Dream. Coming out in May 94, I have to say this is a highly enjoyable and terrific sounding record, which I recommend to any fan of Cream. Even though a concession they would make it, most of the tracks kind of echo Cream songs. I don't know, is that a bad thing? Maybe it isn't, because Cream were awesome, and Gary Moore's awesome too. So here, songs that are almost Cream songs played with the Jack and Ginger and Gary Moore is like win-win. Like, the album opens with the stonking Waiting in the Wings, a superb track with the band walking out that is very reminiscent of White Room. But fuck it, White Room is a brilliant song, so there's nothing wrong with echoing that. And the second track, the equally brilliant City of Gold. This sounds a lot like Crossroads, but hey, Crossroads is brilliant, so you can't knock it for sounding like Crossroads. But also, the few tracks Gary wrote for the album bring a slightly different, less derivative sound, like the absolutely stonking Nokia sucks of blues rocker, You Can't Fool the Blues. I bloody love that, and I urge you to get the expanded version, cause for some bizarre reason they decided to leave off one of the other songs Gary wrote for the project Danger Zone, which is an absolute belter, stalking heavy and funk blues rocker, and luckily it's only expanded version along with a few really good live tracks, but just for Danger Zone alone, you have to get the expanded version. Also, many people say Cream were ahead of their time, which I guess they were, but one of the slight drawbacks of Cream being ahead of the time is the production values weren't always there, and if Cream had existed several years prior, making the same songs, they probably would have sounded a lot heavier. So obviously the songs of this album sound fucking heavy and great. And also, I think Gary Moore making a sudden change from the kind of poppy guitar driven metal you were doing in the 80s to the soulful traditional blues he did in the 90s. In terms of his guitar playing, it didn't work that well for me, and his guitar playing was still too heavy, I thought, for the kind of music he was making. So he was carried more stripped out, heavy blues rock like this. His guitar sounds perfect and definitely as good as Clapton, if not better. So yes, this is a wonderful little blues rock album, essential for any fans of the genre and any lovers of Cream. Okay, thank you for watching this video. If you've got this far, please hit that like button. Check your subscribed, ring that bell on. I've got countless other videos, so watch them. You never know, you might suddenly find your new favourite band. Cheers!